How are you guys doing tonight? I've got a special guest today. You want to say hey?
Hi, I'm the special guest today. My name's Criken.
So what are we doing here today? And all of that jazz.
We are playing I.C.U, which is a horror game that I've actually been developing as a student for the last year and a half or so. We are now just launching. We launched Kickstarter at the beginning of this month. We're in the final days of it, and we're sending out the build to a bunch of streamers. For those that aren't familiar with the concept, it's basically a horror game where you, the player, the streamer, is the contestant, and their Twitch TV audience are the viewers of a game show. And as the viewers, you're able to actually mess with their experience by voting on different modifiers for the level or triggering different effects such as jump scares or other different visual cues to either help or hurt them in their journey.
Yeah, and I've played a couple games like this, but a lot of them didn't start from the ground up. Like I think it's whatever that hotel game is. That it's a horror game, but they kind of tacked on this at the end, the whole Twitch integration thing. So it's exciting to actually see one that's actually started from the beginning with that in mind.
Yeah. It's a new kind of genre, and I think ever since Twitch Plays Pokemon and Choice Chamber, there's been kind of this flurry of interest on, like, you know, what would a game built for this actually look like? And no one's actually, well, only very few people have actually gone ahead and taken the risk to develop it kind of from the ground up for that feature, because, you know, it is very much new. And that's kind of what we wanted to do. Is, you know, horror is a great genre to stream. It's very fun to watch someone get scared. You know, as viewers, it's kind of a voyeuristic sort of feel. So we thought, why don't we give them some level of participation in this, and actually, you know, not only have the viewers watch someone get scared, but they can actually contribute to the scaring.
Right.
You know.
Well, cool. Why don't we, here, I'm going to link this again. So the first link is the Kickstarter, in case if you want to do that. He was nice enough to come by and say hey to us, so might be worth dropping a couple bucks on that. And then the actual, if you want to fuck with me button, that's the second link. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the fuck with me button is that's an important one.
Oh, I should probably permit you. Sorry.
That's cool. That button is used to both vote on different effects in the game, as well as trigger different jump scares and other sort of things. And you also earn currency as a viewer that way. So you won't be able to affect the game unless you've watched the game via this the URL that I got timed out posting. So
good job. I'm glad I've done that. Yeah, if you can like just keep permitting Criken, so that way he doesn't get banned.
There you go. That one got through.
To ban a guest. Anyway, so Vinny was able to get pretty far in this when he played it with you a few days ago. Yeah. Ooh, whoa. Okay, that's. I don't know what happened there. Oh, okay. It's just gone now. I'm not sure where I decided to go.
Pop over to a different monitor.
No. Give me a second. I've just fucked something up horribly.
Whoa, that does look strange. I've never.
It just decided to fly somewhere else. Let's try that again. This is why you have people test things. I did some testing for God, what is the name of that job sim, and just ram stuff in the wrong hole. Just see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so there are going to be some glitches, but that's why you're here, kind of hanging out to try and make it break. So that way we can figure out those things before people play anything.
Right. The game that you're seeing right now is the demo that we have on Kickstarter, basically to show, it's like a proof of concept showing what this sort of interaction in a world would feel like. And then, you know, we're hoping to raise money and kind of build the full game next to kind of prove, you know, building it again from the ground up with much more intention behind it and with an actual professional team. Because this was all done by students and it was like for a class, so everything's very, you know, temporary.
Let's hope this week's proves more successful.
So what am I trying to do?
So essentially, you're trying to survive this episode of the game show, and to do that, you have to find these 3 shacks hidden throughout the forest.
Okay.
And at each of these shacks, there will be a vote that the audience can put on that will make your life harder. And there's a monster that's hunting you, and the monster functions like the Weeping Angels of Doctor Who, where every minute you're looking at it, it won't freeze, but if you look away, it'll chase after you.
Okay, gotcha,
So,
gotcha.
looks
So
like
I'm
you made it
safe
to the
right
first
now
shack
because
now.
I'm in this hole, right?
Yeah, this is the first shack, so you see that's the chat.
Okay.
Once you hit that button,
Our
the
contestant
first
made
vote
it to the
begins, so
first
now
shack.
your audience
You
gets
know
to
what
vote
that means,
between
folks.
Slaptrees and
Time for
Drunkard.
the first crowd challenge.
And I'm gonna see if I can
Go ahead
alt-tab out just to crank the audio for you real quick, because you're pretty quiet on my end at least. Bring this down, then bring you up. Should be a little bit
Vote
better,
for
and
your
hopefully it
favorite
doesn't fuck things. That would be
We'll
nice.
see what
Okay.
wins.
Good.
There you go. Looks good.
Okay. That sounds a little bit better, I think. So, is there anything hugely different that the people who watched Vinny play this haven't seen?
Yeah, we've actually been working on the build throughout this month. So we launched Kickstarter late September, and the first stream we had on my stream had 2,000 viewers in it. That very quickly proved to us all the places that could be fixed, and kind of like what the errors of a large scale audience could be. And after that, we looked at it. Oh, you find the monster?
No, something. I just kind of freaked out for a second.
Did you get slapped?
I think so. So it's the trees are slappy now. Is that what happened?
Oh yeah. So Mega Slap is one of the things the audience can buy, and it'll spin your character around.
Oh, good.
And since you have to look at the monster, it'll be a nice little way for them to mess with you. Yeah.
Thanks for that. So, and they buy that how?
So they earn currency from watching and from voting on the different modifiers in the shacks. If they're one of the first 4% of viewers to vote on a modifier, they get a bonus 10,000.
Wow, he moves fast.
Oh yeah, you gotta keep an eye on that one.
And so one of the rewards that's coming up on the Kickstarter is to add extra other monsters. Yeah?
Yeah, there's other monster variants. Basically, the way we're building the game is episodically. So each episode is set in kind of a new environment, and this environment is the forest with a monster that functions kind of like a weeping angel.
Oh, is that it over there? Fuck.
Yeah, you're on the right track. You're doing fine.
Wait a minute. Oh, hi.
Oh, it was right behind you.
So there's only one of them, yeah? It's just every other statue is just a statue?
Yeah, so the other statues you see are dead contestants, and every time that you die, you leave one behind as well.
Oh.
And one of the votes people can vote for is Living Dead, which reanimates these statues as more monsters.
Good.
Speaking of,
what is the other one? That just reduces the FOV, right?
Yeah, squinting was originally really harsh, but we've made it a little bit better. Now it's like more of a vignetting effect and like slightly reduced FOV. Since you haven't died yet, Living Dead won't be that bad, but you'll still notice that the contestant statues will start moving around the forest a bit more and kind of following you.
Hi, chat. So I basically can't leave here until they're done voting, yeah?
Essentially, yeah. We wanted this kind of to be a period where you can talk with them and kind of, bargain with them a little bit if they're being unruly. This is also at a time when the store is closed, so they can't buy things. Okay. And then once the vote ends, then they have more currency, and it goes back to the craziness.
So it is Living Dead then, based on that image.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, there's a statue right next to the doorway there, so let's not. Can't tell if that's the statue from before, isn't it? This is why I don't play horror games, man.
If they're too expensive for the viewers, try refreshing your page. You may have gotten more currency without seeing. Otherwise, the cost doesn't scale with viewership right now, so we could try a couple different things to give your viewers more coins.
Okay. Because, yeah, Vinny's a little bit more popular than me. I don't know if you've noticed that yet.
No, yeah, I mean, we've made different builds for different kind of tiers, but even then, like, it changes pretty drastically with each playtest. So
yeah, I would imagine it would be pretty awful if you had, like, 1,000 people with the... Does it have a witch hat?
Yes, someone just bought a monster hat, so now it's got a little spooky Halloween hat.
Nice. God damn it. So even if I'm looking straight at it, someone can just slap the shit out of me and...
Yep.
Great, thanks.
Throw you right off. my favorite is the force push because it shoves you in the direction you're looking at. So
Right.
if you're looking towards the next shack, then it's helpful. But if you're trying to stop the monster, they shove you into the monster, which can kill you. So
Is there a map or any sort of way of knowing where I'm going, or is it just sort of?
there's kind of these beacons in the sky that kind of show you where the next shack is if you look around for them.
Okay. That would involve not looking at the monster, though.
Yeah, which was part of the idea.
Okay, gotcha. I think it's right.
But
over
yeah,
here.
this map is also very temporary. We're planning to add.
Right.
Um,
Like you said,
you know,
this is the concept build, so it's got
Yeah.
issues, but it's
Yeah,
just
I
like,
think-
yeah.
yeah, visibility and navigation is definitely one of the things we really want to work on.
Can you not, Mafa? So I'm right now just looking to beat Vinny's score. What
You haven't died yet, which is
That-
that's impressive.
that is a good thing. All right, I forgot I need to press the button.
They made it! The exit
Oh, which
opens
one?
now. Time for the
I
finale,
think squinting is
folks.
more fun.
Place your bets and don't be
Another thing
shy.
you could try is pressing Control and up, and it should gift everyone some more currency. It doesn't work on large viewers, like it basically can crash the servers if you have like a couple thousand, but I think it should be fine with the
Where should I be
150
doing that?
on your keyboard. If you just press Control and then the up arrow key.
Okay, that just moves me forward.
I would only press it once just to make
Oh.
sure.
Okay, I've hit it several times actually.
All right. Well,
the door's open.
There may be some funkiness now. The door is supposed to open, but we will see.
I might have fucked things up by
All
pressing it
right.
too many times.
Hey, no, this is good. This is what playtests are for.
Right. Mm.
God, I've been timed out again.
Fuck. Just good. I forgot that was a thing. I have these bots that'll come in and start trying to like get really messed up porn posted in my chat.
Oh yeah. Really?
So, I basically have to make it so no one can do anything. Speaking of which,
Oh boy, since the vote didn't go away, okay.
Oh, there we
It took
go.
a little while. I think that was because of the command you made has put a lag on the servers.
Oops.
So
We don't
haven't-
hit the control up button too many times.
Yes,
So I'm good
that is a good rule.
So let's. So the other ones are still going, right? And what mod did I get? 'Cause
It
everything
looks like
seems
the
fine.
store isn't back. You got Mega Fog, which has increased the fog a bit, but it doesn't look like the store has come back because of that hitting control up several times. So
Maybe restart the game.
yeah, you were very close to the end, so you could. Oh, it's back now.
Oh, it's back.
And-
Okay.
Yeah, you should notice.
Okay. Should start getting slapped around and stuff.
Well,
So if
everybody
there's-
just bought a lot of
oh.
things.
Okay.
It looks like so the delay is also on this side. So we just bought everything in the store, and it's going to the game on a delay. So yeah,
Oh.
definitely don't hit that many times.
Okay.
That's the
Gotcha.
thing that we don't really control because we haven't built Stream Mode. We're just using it is built by
Right.
the folks that made Streamline. So we're
So I'm
using their
about to
platform.
just get slapped really, really hard with.
You
like,
should. A
everyone's
bunch of
stuff.
things will
Yep.
about to happen. Yeah,
Great.
there you go.
I'm flying? Okay. And so he can move, like he can move now, even to places that I can't see, yeah?
Yeah, basically the monster will keep jumping around behind trees within your line of sight
Okay,
until it's close enough, and then it'll make a break for you, pretty much.
okay. And is it the same HUD again?
Oh boy, you must have hit it more than a few times because some people say they have more than like 500,000 coins.
Oh,
300,000 now, they say. Okay, this will be interesting.
this is the wrong HUD,
Um,
isn't it?
It's back in the way you came in. So
Oh,
check
okay.
out the entrance. Like what they call like the little amphitheater was. That's the correct direction.
Okay. They wanted me to play more SCP, but this should be good then?
SCP is actually a
173
big
has-
influence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Both in kind of the way the monster works, but also, or one of those the monster works, but also the whole concept of like a facility that contains multiple horrors, sort of thing,
Right.
is definitely I think
Alright,
something
guess
we're
I'll
very
go to the
interested in.
corner, haven't I? Yeah, I love that. Okay, so we're going to the spotlights, you said.
Yeah, there should be some spotlights near the entrance that are signaling you the way home.
Okay. Oh. So I shouldn't be able to see him move at any point, right?
We left a little bit of a tail end on the animation, so you can kind of see that it does move when you're not looking at it, and that it will stop when you look at it.
Gotcha. So that way it doesn't you have a need for an animation cycle and actually has something going on.
Yeah, before we had it, so it was like simply a statue that would only you never see it moving, but then there was confusion as people didn't know it was a monster until they like walked away and it would kill them. So there's a few different.
I believe I've just found a rock.
Oh, did you find? You found Edward.
Oh, and I'm dead.
And you got killed for it. There you go. Yeah, that's a little Easter egg we put in the game.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a familiar character to some Criken fans.
Yeah. I honestly intentionally didn't watch your stuff because I have like huge. What is the name of that? I get starstruck easily. So if I don't know how like popular you are and all that, then I don't have to worry about that. You're just some dude who's come by my chat with a game.
Yeah, I'm trash anyway, so it works out for me.
God.
I mean, everything happened?
There's a little bit of lag there. Yeah. No, same thing happened with like the Protomen and the Game Grumps when I met them. Yeah, so better just not to know anything about you.
You should. Someone bought Super Sprint, which I think means when you press Shift, you should sprint a bit faster.
It's hard to tell in reverse.
Yeah.
Reversing is probably not the best option, but it kind of seems like it's also the best option.
Yeah, we've had a lot of different approaches to this game. I think one of them is definitely like, you know, pick where you want to go, turn around 180, and just back up, and you end up doing like relatively okay.
Yeah. It seems like that's pretty good as long as you don't lose track of where you're going.
Yeah, one of the new changes to the monster AI we want to do with the new version after Kickstarter is a much more dynamic kind of monster where it doesn't just
gone to the same corner.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I think I've just gone to the same corner again. And
oh yeah, you made it back to the same little hole.
Yep.
You get slapped by one of those little dummies. Looks like it.
Yeah. Wait, where did he go? There he. Wait. God damn it. All right.
Yeah, so I think what happened when you reset, or when you added a currency, it froze the server, and then kept adding to the same people. So it's like a few individuals have 1 million now.
Right, and what would a reasonable amount be, just for...
A reasonable amount would be about 20,000.
Okay.
Yeah, this is why we caution using that command.
I just got a little overzealous because I figured there'd be some sort of like pop-up or something being like, you know, extra coins added or something like that. So I was like,
oh no, man, this is full-on debug mode, man. We're like, this is like tech prototype.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's cool. I mean, you'll see essentially what Vinny had, but spread out over a long period of time because the server keeps lagging. So every once in a while, you'll just have everything happen at once, and then and it'll go back to normal.
Okay.
When you reset the build, it might get a little better.
Gotcha.
So when you get to the end, you're almost there. You can try maybe one more playthrough and see if it feels any better.
All right. And I'm just... Can it still... Okay. So there's one that launches you in the air. Is that intentional?
Yes. Yeah, that's forced jump.
Okay.
And it can work. Sometimes people have saved people from the monster where it's coming at them and then they jump and they actually jump over it.
Going back the way we came?
Yep. You going the right way?
I think so. I'm going in reverse, so I can't really tell what's going on.
Right in that door, and made it.
Our little contestant made it out alive. Looks like we have ourselves a new star.
So the 1 million or whatever I've just given them, does it carry over to GPM?
No, it's independent to each streamer.
That would be hell.
Yeah. We eventually are going to make an economy where it is persistent between everyone.
Yeah.
Then obviously we're not going to have any commands where you just gift yourself a million stuff.
Right.
So this first one is separated per streamer, so it's a little more easy to test.
Right, and then you're going to have a separate system. You're not going to use Stream Mode or whatever to...
Yeah, we're looking at different options.
I died, so I think Vinny did better, yeah?
Vinny definitely died a couple times.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, you know, based on circumstances, I think you guys you did pretty well. If you want, you can reset, and we'll see if that resets the lag a little bit, but I'm worried this may cause trouble for other people using Stream Mode. I'm just gonna go
very,
check.
very sorry. I blacked out the screen as well, just because I don't know what they can do with that information that pops up at the beginning there.
Yeah, that I do the same. I don't think it's relevant because it's independent to the game. It's not like your stream key or anything like that, but it's still probably a good idea.
So what are those strategies that people have used that worked? Because the backing up while facing it,
Yeah, that's definitely one.
that seems to work pretty damn well.
The other is you can actually go to any of those shacks in any order you want. So
Oh, okay.
you could technically go to the farthest one first and then work your way back up to the front, which is a lot safer. There's also ways, this is a little harder, but if your audience is well timed, they could buy jumps that will have you literally jump over triggers in the level, and you can like jump into shacks and jump out of shacks early.
Oh, wow.
That would actually, let you start progressing the level before the vote actually ends.
Right.
So I think the fastest people personally had to complete it was like a 4-minute
But
time.
they're also like speed running with the help of their chat.
Right, yeah. I mean, that's actually been the most fun I think we've had in this game, is having 2 different streamers play at the same time, and then we have their chats compete to see who can get them through faster. Oh, it looks like, yep, there goes all the currency.
Oh, God.
All right, try it. This is pretty much how Vinny played, so let's see how you do.
Yeah, so it's a little bit different if that's going to be going on. Yeah, I'm running a lot faster now.
Would you look at what's left of last week's contestants. Let's hope this week's proves.
Oh, yeah,
Almost enough that I could jump over that, but
Yeah,
getting
almost.
slapped around stuff, I don't know as if I've got the control.
See the constant stream of reactions on the bottom.
I don't know as if I'll ever be on the ground long enough for the damn thing to get me.
Our contestant made it to the first
So Mega
shack,
Fog is like
and you know
Superman
what that
64
means,
mode.
folks. Time for the first crowd challenge.
Kinda, yeah. Honestly, it's a little underwhelming, I think, compared to the other ones. I mean, most of the votes and the effects are all temporary, kind of, they visually show what we're trying to do, but not as gameplay wise. Like, I think we'd probably make a fog a lot more impactful, like a lot more closer, more claustrophobic, like more Silent Hill. Shrinking's fun though. Shrinking just makes you literally like the size of a little boy.
Right. So what are the other monsters that you're thinking about doing?
So the idea is that each monster is going to be unique to its like location. So each episode set in a new environment will have a new monster and like a new monster mechanic. So we can't really confirm on the other locations yet, as we haven't, we're going to release this first episode before we make all the others, but they will all have kind of a different narrative setting as well as a different monster and a different mechanic. So, this one is like, while you're looking at it, maybe we'll have one that's like more audio-based.
This doesn't seem to be working.
Oh, yeah, slopes are a bit funky. I don't know what to tell you besides try and run down that slope as fast as possible, because sometimes the AI does not understand it's being watched when it's on a slope.
Yeah, I can see why Vinny died more.
Yep. And there's more cooldowns now than there was for him. With him, it was much more constant. So.
Oh God.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. This is what a million currency in the hand of Twitch that looks like.
Same fucking hill.
You just leapt up that slope.
Nope. I don't know where he went. Good.
Whoa.
Okay, thanks guys.
That was a messy one. Let's see if they'll learn to face their fears.
The super sprint looks great though. You're like skating down like on skis.
It works pretty well up until I get knocked into it. So I kind of can't look at him because everyone knows that's what I'm doing now.
Because the push, I mean, you can almost time when the push comes, right? It's like every 10 seconds. So you just know every 10 seconds, look away.
Oh, okay.
The worst is when the slap comes and the push comes right afterwards, because then it just pushes you in a random direction.
Right, and then I don't know where I'm going, and I go back up the same damn hill that I just came from. Yeah.
Exactly.
Nope, stop. So I can't get slapped multiple times. Like, there's... Do they still have that absurd amount of money?
I'm gonna guess yes, but by the fact that it's still buying out instantly. I mean, each one costs between 10 and 20,000.
Right.
You're doing all right though. You made it to the second check, so I think
a couple of deaths.
Probably gonna make it out of this. Yeah.
I'm not gonna spam it again. No.
I mean, the crazy thing too is it's only some people in the chat. Like I, for example, have not received the currency yet that you gave everyone.
It might have been because you were timed out or something. Would that affect it?
No, it's done using the Streamote TV URL. So anyone that's interacting on that page is the one that gets the currency.
Gotcha.
But it basically goes down a list, and because I think you pressed it so many times, it got stuck on a few people and just kept iterating on them instead of continuing down the list.
Oh no.
So like, there's like a 1% of your chat right now that has millions of currency, and is like able to basically do whatever they want to.
Okay, yeah. So that would be word of advice, I guess, for new people. Don't do that. But you are taking that out of the game after. Okay.
Yes. Yes. You know, basically I would explain this demo as like a noble experiment. Like we've put in a lot of the things we were thinking about, and we wanted to see what Twitch liked, what they didn't, what worked well in scale, what didn't work well in scale, and then now from there we're kind of navigating the you know, what we're actually going to include in the final game. So
right. And you also explained that this is a student project, so you're going to have people who maybe have done this who have done this a little bit more.
Yeah, the artwork, the AI, the actual execution of the level is definitely going to be completely different than this iteration.
Right. Gotcha.
Although not many people in the industry have done something like this, so there is also, you know,
I mean,
a
I
guaranteed
think of
level
like
of
Upsilon
experimentation.
Circuit and Choice Chamber, and
Yep.
then God, what is the name of that? Something or other Hill. They did a really piss poor job on it, and I'm sorry to say that, because I think I actually got knocked in.
Oh, there you go. See, chat's helping you.
Sometimes,
Totally
unintentionally, I feel like, but I'll take it.
Yeah. Sometimes, a couple times during this this game, especially with smaller chats, is they're usually able to more intentionally decide how to affect the world. It's a little different when they have a million currency and they just buy up everything.
Right.
But when they actually have to be thoughtful when they spend things.
Right.
You'll have moments where you're like, guys, I'm having a lot of trouble. Can you please help me through this? And then someone will like, all right, here's a super sprint. Versus like if you're doing too well or being cocky, then suddenly everyone's saving up and investing in slaps.
Yeah.
And that's been kind of the most fun to watch in this game. It's really better than any AI we could have made because it's like all people, it's all individuals that all have their own motivations and goals.
Oh, okay.
And then it all comes flashing back.
I think in Choice Chamber, they just decided that they were gonna kind of help me for the most part, except for the constant jumping, which I'm definitely getting flashbacks right now.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Don't forget to place your bets on just how many gruesome deaths our contestants will endure.
So you can't hit the jump multiple times, so I could just fly over this level and just not do this, right?
No, there is a hidden no-clip key, which if you're really nice, I may tell you, but we don't have the jumps don't stack currently.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So they couldn't be doing that if they were trying to speed run.
There are definitely locations in the level where I bet you could jump out of the geometry, and you know, in the playthroughs that I've done, and even like Vinny did his first playthrough, he managed to do this as well. You're able to jump out of the geometry if the audience has some well-timed jumps. But we're also interested in kind of making a horror game that's like part platformer a little bit, but like a platformer maybe that's more influenced by the audience. I think it's like a really interesting sort of mix. So
First-person platformer. you're
well,
saying?
we'll see. You know,
That can be kind of Thanks.
yeah. The animation also like it locks you, and then you can get pushed out of it, so you can just like see from behind how it kills you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Nice
it
and
seems like sometimes I'm able to just. I was close enough that they could have just let me have that shit, but why the fuck would they? So he always appears in front of me eventually, yeah?
Yeah. The way it works is a little strange right now. It's essentially like it'll keep jumping in front of you behind an object.
Right.
So
that way he can. But
because before it would always chase behind you,
Right.
and you'll like never see it. But now we have it kind of like constantly popping out in front of you, which makes it odd when you back up. Yeah. Well, it looks like you're gonna make it actually.
Yeah, they
despite
actually
all-
spun me randomly and then pushed me in the right direction. That was good.
Oh, there you go. Good work, everybody.
Okay. Oh.
Duh. Almost a
There we
graceful
go.
exit.
There we go. That was almost graceful.
Yeah. Nice work, man. That was well played, well handled.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
And see you all next time.
This is good, man. I mean, obviously, it's just like a concept right now, but it's the assholes who are still doing it while I'm it's done.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Thank you.
No worries. Thank you, man. So how many days does the Kickstarter have left, just that way we can...
We have until Halloween at 4 p.m. So we're only on the final march. This weekend is kind of the last of it. So
Okay. And the next two rewards are 100 and 150, I think we were talking about?
yeah, the 100,000 is a mini games reward where audience members playing in the web client would be able to actually complete kind of like mini web-based mini games that we would
Right.
be able to like aggregate their scores and then scale things in level accordingly. So
If you're
you know, let's say like the audience, you know, gets to pick how bad like the monster is, and then like they'll play like a you know, reaction-based minigame to see how strong it's going to be.
Right.
Also, I love how the reactions fly out in the main menu. This is a strange. I don't
Is
know
that
why it
normal,
does that.
or is that...
No, it's a weird. You know, I don't know, man. Like the camera can be a bit weird sometimes, and I think the way the camera's set up in this one with like it rotating slightly,
Right.
you know,
It's-
when the yeah,
Right.
like it reacted a little differently to it. So
Gotcha.
it's also if you pause the game while those things get spawned,
Right.
they never go away. They just like gently drift across the entire picture. I think it's hilarious.
That's pretty good, too. And so that's one of them. And then the other one is...
Oh, the other stretch goal is monster variants. We were gonna have more like, you know, like we're gonna design this game like a multiplayer game. So instead of
Right.
having kind of like one monster per level, we wanted to do something more like, you know, say, Dead by Daylight. No, wait.
Right. That...
Is that?
Right, yeah, that's the one with... they just had it... What's his name? It's
Oh,
got the
Jason.
yeah.
Yeah. So something like that where they're all, you know, let's say in the forest level, there's like 3 iterations of that I need to look at you monster, and they all
Right.
function a little differently. Like maybe one's like a little more quiet, the other one's like a little faster, the other one's like takes a longer, like he's slower but takes longer to look at before he freezes.
Right.
So we wanted to kind of add a little more variation that the audience can vote for, as well as like maybe some more customization of the map itself.
Right.
And all this stuff, you know, like even if we don't reach it on Kickstarter, like we're gonna see what we can do. Again, this is a very iterative process, so we're
Right.
more interested in kind of having a dedicated community of backers that believe in the game and the concept and are willing to test with us. You know, we want to do streams kind of every couple weeks
Right.
where we kind of show them what we've worked on recently and say, you know, here's what we're thinking with this. What do you guys think? Like, let's test it, yes or no.
Right.
Then we'll kind of iterate from there.
Right, and a lot of it is just whatever chat feels like doing. Like, they seem to have a lot of fun fucking with me and moving me around, so that definitely needs to be in. But, you know, that kind of thing where you check and see what goes over well, whatever powers are used more or whatever.
Yeah, we've actually run a lot of surveys this month. We've gotten several thousand responses across the live streams we've done, and have pretty consistent data kind of pointing to what specific votes and tricks people liked the most, or they thought were the most interesting and like wanted to see expanded on more, as well as the ones they thought weren't very good. And usually the ones that aren't very good are based around lack of readability or sight, which makes sense because, you know, on
Yeah.
Twitch you're watching so you can see better, right? So
Right.
it makes, you know, we want to make sure everything's very readable at all times, and it was good to get that feedback.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so let's link that one more time in chat so that way people can do that, and I'll try and make sure that on the video that goes up on YouTube that the same thing happens, even though it's just going to be for a couple more days after that comes out, but all the same.
Yeah, well, thank you, man.
No worries, thank you.
Yeah, I'm definitely, as we continue developing, like, let's stay in touch, and we'll be happy to share any more, you know, builds that we have moving forward.
Cool. Yeah, hit me up anytime you feel like coming by or whatever.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for having me, guys.
No worries. See you, man.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And I'm going to go ahead and exit out of this. It's a cool game, honestly. And I'm not just saying that because he was just there. It's a cool concept for a game because games like SCP, they're cool and all, but they do have a level of predictability. Whereas this would get stale, but with the randomness of chat and who shows up in chat, there's a little bit of a random nature in whatever goes on. You know what I mean? But that was fun. I like the concept, and it's not quite there yet, but it will be. I have a feeling. I should shout out to the people who subbed while we were talking. I'm sorry, I wasn't really totally paying attention to chat, just because, you know, with a guest, I don't want to be like, yeah, fuck you, I've got this chat going. So who did sub while I was here and playing that? So I can shout them out now. And I'm not sure what I really have planned. I'm half tempted to do some of these Flash games and stuff that I've got stored up, but honestly, I'm also feeling a little bit sick. That one lesbian you know, resubscribed for 4 months. Thank you. Dab Benny, 118, subscribed for 2 months. Thank you, Mafa, for keeping all of this written down. Yeah, I think horror is a good combination because people want me to go to hell, you know? Like, they want awful things. They want me to be scared. 1 month before you reach 2 years of support. Holy shit, dude. Thank you, Mafa. I'm a little bit... God. Factorio is not going to be until Wednesday. For the next 2 weeks, starting tomorrow, there's going to be, like, 2 videos every weekend. So I like that. I don't really know what I'm going to do next, though. I guess Flash games would be the ultimate choice. But let's see. Let me go ahead and close out of stream mode. That's cool, though. That's a very cool idea. I don't have anything planned. God, last thing we played was YouTuber's Life, wasn't it? Before Factorio. I've been playing a lot of Insurgency recently. Just kind of remembered it existed. You know, I think it... SCP? Jesus Christ. I don't even know if I still have that installed. Someone sent me a Vinesauce SCP mod. Let me see if I've got it. If I've got it, I'll play it. Otherwise, I think I'll maybe call it. Because, like I said, I am feeling a little bit sickish. And I'd rather it just end on a good note than not. Yeah, it doesn't look like I have it installed, and I'd have to go get the new version anyway. So I want to thank you guys for coming by. I'm sorry it's such a short stream. Like I said, I'm feeling a little bit feverish, and I think the medication's wearing off. So maybe we can do Flash games tomorrow. I don't know what we're at as far as, yeah. Why don't we just call it, and I can rest up, and then I'll be actually healthy for tomorrow. I know GPM is planning on playing this. I don't know if I asked Criken if he was going to drop by his stream as well, and he said maybe. So we'll see. But I will see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Eat lots of garlic. No worries. Tilda has me covered. She's making me soup and all sorts of, and like actually from scratch soup too. It's good. I'll see you guys next time. Probably be tomorrow. I'll see you then. Bye.